Hello, welcome to Devon Pond Plants YouTube channel. Today we just wanted to give you a quick tour of our nursery so that you can see what we're all about, and we thought we'd start in here, which is our original polytunnel where we started. Here we're growing a variety of water lilies in shallow tanks down here, and we keep the large tropical plants that are architectural and need a long season to grow. Nearly everything we grow outdoors. There's a few exceptions, such as these thalias here, which if we didn't put them indoors early on, we'd only be able to sell in August and September. And we have them available for sale now in June because we've been able to give them a little bit more protection and early growth during the winter time. So in the foreground here, we have some giant waterweed arundos. We have some tall Cypress alternifolias, umbrella grasses, which are very popular. The alligator flag, which I've mentioned before, and a variety of other reeds and rushes that help to make a big structural impact in a pond.
As part of our tour of the nursery, this is an important bit to show you because this is our main display area. We are open to the public on Thursday and Friday, so we like to have a good range of plants in one place, easily accessible and clearly labelled and ready to take with you. We use these very handy water tables earlier on in the year and later on in the year for propagation. They're currently full of quite mature plants, as you can see. As part of the tour of the nursery, I'm just showing you the main area of 3-litre plants, or specimen plants if you like. These are plants that have been grown for a year or two more than the other common size we sell, which is a 1-litre plant. They're good, strong plants and they'll give you instant impact, and you really do get value for your money compared to a 1-litre plant. They are more expensive but well worth it, and you can literally put that straight in your pond and get immediate impact.
This here's our main display pond on the nursery, and we use it mainly just to show off what we do, but we can also harvest plants such as oxygenators and water soldiers, which are these guys here to my right, the spiky pineapple top looking things. These plants are really good for maintaining good water quality. Here we also keep a variety of water lilies, and just to illustrate, this patch of water lilies in front of me here is overdue for being divided and split. You can see how the leaves are coming out of the water, so it means the plants are getting crowded and there's not enough space for the leaves to expand out into, to float in the normal way. And then that means that all the flowers are getting hidden by these emerged leaves, and you don't get the sort of look that you're expecting with a water lily.
Part of the advantage of having a display pond is that we can show our visitors the full scale of some of our pond plants. This one here is the white skunk cabbage, and people walk past it if it's growing in a 1-litre pot, but you can see it's really quite majestic and huge. And this one's Typha latifolia variegata, another architectural large-scale plant.
In this part of the nursery, we keep a variety of plants in individual blue barrels. These are recycled plastic barrels that held AdBlue diesel additive. And we do sell whole barrels of these plants to those who are interested, but they're mainly used to keep varieties separate, particularly with irises where we have dozens and dozens of name variety iris. When they're not in flower, they all look much the same. So we need to be able to keep them in individual containers to keep them separate.
This is the area where we hold most of our native plants. We tend to keep them in P9 or 1-litre size pots. They're generally used for large-scale ponds, big lakes, wildlife ponds, mostly because a good number of them are quite vigorous. So we've got Phragmites, Juncus inflexus, Rumex hydropathyllum.
This polytunnel is where we keep nearly all of our water lilies for sale in the small and medium and pygmy categories. We grow them in these shallow tanks here and pot them up as required, root them for a few more weeks, and then they're ready to sell. We also keep just a small handful of other plants like pontederias, which are late flowering, just to bring them on a little bit earlier for a little bit of colour and display. But as I've said many times before, we grow most of our stock outdoors. You can see very easily by looking down the rows of these lilies that some are much larger than others. They have larger leaves. They're standing well out of the tanks because they're only in 6, 10, 12 centimetres of water and a bit of shallow mud. So they're not looking as they would do in your garden pond. The flowers are largely hidden under the foliage. So it is very important that when you're selecting a lily, to select a lily that's suitable for the depth of water you're going to put it in. They're generally split up into pygmy, small, medium and large categories, but those are pretty academic, and basically the difference being that a pygmy lily are the ones behind me in the tank next to the pontederias with very tiny leaves and flowers, and a large lily would have huge leaves and correspondingly large flowers. That one would be suitable for a depth of water of up to 1 metre, whereas the pygmy lilies, 10 centimetres or even less of water is ideal for them.
Here at Devon Pond Plants, we also keep quite a good range of moisture-loving plants. All these plants in this section don't want to be standing in permanent water. They just want to be in reliably damp, moist soil.
This is where we at Devon Pond Plants keep the majority of our potted stock that's ready for sale. It's also where we keep our Iris versicolor varieties, and further over the Iris Louisiana varieties, all in separate barrels. And on the far side over here, we keep candelabra primulas in a small range of sizes, ready for sale also. I hope you enjoyed your tour of Devon Pond Plants Nursery. If you're ever in the area, please look us up. We're open on Thursdays and Fridays without any appointment, but if you want to come on a different weekday, please just give us a ring and we're sure we can accommodate you.